Paul, what are you doing?
Start slideshow.
Am I recording? Okay, great. So, good evening, everybody. Nick has decided to record tonight only because I've been to the gym and I've not had a chance to have a shower. So I do apologise that you're having to look at this. But hopefully the content will outweigh that. So as you can see, it's favourite time of year. It's Christmas, or not. So 35 weeks tomorrow is the 14th of December, and that's the end of period 13. So by that time, we'll have probably started to, most of our guaranteed Christmas deliveries will have been taken, and we will be getting ready to make sure everyone's got what they need in time for Christmas. But it's miles off, right? 35 weeks, absolutely miles off. It is miles off, but anyone that's been in this business for a few months knows how quickly time flies. When you're working for yourself, the time just disappears before you know it. We've been in this business 10 years, can't believe it. Genuinely think, can't believe where that's gone. It's just absolutely flown by. So 35 weeks, what's the point in bringing it up now? Well, we were always told when we first started that you build your business and your customer base through the summer and look after your customers through the winter. So, and it makes sense. Technically, we should have sunshine and beautiful weather through the summer, perfect cataloguing weather. And then through the winter, when it's not so nice, we just go to the people who we know are going to place orders. That is how it should work in theory. So what's the best way of doing it? So if you're looking to increase your retail, so building and growing your customer base really, either online or through catalogues. Now, in the past couple of weeks, we've spoken quite a lot about online and generated online orders. And I am no expert on online, but I am learning slowly, but I am learning. I wouldn't say that I was an expert on catalogues, but I do have more experience with catalogues. So predict your results. So we base our results on about 50p a book. Currently, at the moment, we seem to be pulling in an average of £1 a book, which is fantastic. I know there's a couple in the team who are not bringing in 50p a book. But that is an average, and that's really what we've always kind of worked on. And historically, even when we've done the odd blanket drop, we've always come back with at least 50p a book in a variety of areas. That is the average that we end up coming back with. But as I said, at the moment, it is £1 a book. I'm not complaining. I'll take the £1 a book. So with regards to the online, we have trainings that we've already recorded. And we do have systems that we follow. So the online is joining groups, it's updating and promoting your own group and following those systems. So get to know your customers and keep great records, okay? So throughout the summer you're delivering your orders and people are a lot more chatty when the weather's nice. When it's throwing it down, it's freezing cold or it's snowing, they want the order and they want to shut the door as quickly as possible. Whereas in the summer you'll see them in the garden, you'll have a chat, and you get to know how often they order, what kind of things they like to order, and you do get to know them as people as well. You know, we've got the customers that we have. You know, we get to know their families, we get to know any problems that they're having, because you become friends with them. They're not just people that you offload products onto. They genuinely become people that you care about. There's one lady who she ordered, ever since we've dropped to her, she's ordered every 4 weeks without fail. She's sent things back. She said, can I order, have a look, send it back? No problem at all. And we've not been able to get rid of the last order, which was not, it was quite unusual really. And it turns out she's passed away. And as far as I know, she wasn't poorly. She was elderly, but she wasn't poorly. And it was quite upsetting really. You get to know them and you have a laugh. I always had a giggle with her when I went round. and we'd put the world to rights, or, you know, we'd have a laugh about something, and you get to know these people. So get to know your customers and keep really good records. You know, what's your husband called? Do they have any kids? Things like that, because that will help at Christmas. At Christmas, we write a Christmas card, handwritten Christmas card, to every single one of our customers that we deliver to. And it makes a massive impact on the orders, a massive impact on the relationship that you have with your customer. And that's why we keep good records. Consistency and routine is key. If I don't go back to one of my customers on a particular day, I'll get a phone call. Bear in mind, I think we've got about 1,800 people on our customer database. If we don't go back to somebody at a certain time on a certain day, we'll have a phone call. And I know I'll think such a body's going to phone because I'm going to her house this afternoon rather than this morning. They'll phone. They get to know the routine. And that helps. It helps you, so they know when they're putting the books out. But it also helps if somebody new starts in your area, because they don't necessarily always check a catalogue to see what name's on the back of it. Okay? But if you always pick your catalogue up on a Monday, and your customer knows that you always pick your catalogue up on a Monday, and somebody drops the catalogue and they're picking it up on a Thursday, well, that's not normal. So immediately an alarm bell will ring. Okay? They may check the catalogue. They may even give you a call and say, Thursday? You're going on a Thursday? No, not me. They'll check the catalogue and they'll notice somebody else. Okay? So it's just little things like that that make a massive difference. Now, I don't know if I spelled cataloguing right. It doesn't look right to me at all. So that's supposed to say cataloguing at the top there. So at the moment, I do one drop a week with regards to a customer base. So I usually put them out Thursday or Friday morning at dark 100 hours, about between 6:30 and 7:30 in the morning. Thursday, Friday, and maybe some on a Friday. If I've not got all of them out, I put them out throughout Friday day, and then I collect them back in on a Monday. That's what works for us. That's what our customers know. Any stragglers will go back for on the Tuesday. Anyone that's forgot to put them out will go back for on the Tuesday. Put our order in Tuesday before the cut-off, and it arrives with us on the Thursday, and we deliver Thursday night, Friday night, and over the weekend. Okay, that's what works best for us. Everyone in the team has got different routines that work for them, and that's absolutely fine. So at the moment, our customer base has shrunk because we haven't grown it, and you're either growing or shrinking. You don't plateau and you don't stay the same for very long, okay? So you're either growing your customer base or it's shrinking, and ours has shrunk, and that's not where I want to be. So on top of my customer base drop, I'm putting 2 extra drops out of 200 books. So that's 400 extra books per week on top of our customer base. And that's about an extra 10 hours. I work it that I can put on a new blanket drop. I can get 100 books out in an hour. And that is not necessarily terraced houses, it's semi-detached. It is a mixture. I would imagine that if they were all detached and they all had long drives, it will take a bit longer. But on average, I do get about 100 an hour out at the moment. So it takes, for those extra 400, with not including doing the deliveries, it takes me about 10 hours extra a week. Okay, as I said before, we base our pickups on 50p a book, and that should be an extra £200 in orders per week. Okay, that's an extra £800 a period. So that's like an extra, like having somebody in your business who is a 10% distributor. Okay, for an extra 10 hours a week. Okay. Oh, there we go. That's not even the best bit. By the time you get to September, the Christmas books are out and your sales start to double, triple, quadruple. Some people even get 8 times what they would normally get on their drops. Okay, think of the impact that's going to have on your business. think on that massive impact. If you're doing an extra £800 per period, so you know you don't even continue to grow it, okay? Yeah, you've increased to £200 in orders per week, and you're quite happy with that, and that's all you wanted to do. Fine. But think about the impact that's going to have on your business in September, when everyone starts to get a little bit crazy about Christmas. The sales will go crazy. And we still haven't even got to the best bit. For those of you who do want to, not everyone does, but for those of you who do want to attract people to your business, you become very, very attractive to other people. Okay, our busiest time of retail, when we were doing £4,000 and £5,000 every 4 weeks, people were joining us left, right, and centre. And we weren't doing anything extra. Okay, it was like just the law of attraction. The more we did, the more people wanted to join in with what we were doing. Okay, and I think at our busiest times, was it 10, 12?
I did 11 in 8 days.
11 people joined our business in 8 days.
Doing £5 a month.
11 people, and that's when we were doing £5,000 in retail. Because people see that you're busy, they see the excitement and the positivity you have in the people who you work with and what you're doing. They just want to join you. They just automatically want to join you. And it was crazy, absolutely crazy. So we became even, I know it's not possible, looking at me like I am now, we became even more attractive than we are right now. So why wait until Christmas? Why wait until you get to October, November, and you think, oh, Christmas is here, let's get going? No, get going now. So when you come round to September, October, November, your business is booming. You've got all these extra sales. You don't have to do any more. You're still delivering that same, the Christmas catalogue to that same customer that you have done all summer. Cleanies who do the work for you, they put together these fantastic catalogues. All you have to do is deliver to that person that you found between now and then. So start now and have that head start. Plan your time weekly and be organised. We write a plan every week, and it helps us clearly see where the pockets of time are. You may think, gosh, 10 hours a week. I've not got 10 hours a week. But actually, if you sit down and write and look at a weekly planner, and we've got them all online, and we can email anyone that's not got them, we can get them out to you. But I sit and I plan every single week, plan the time that I've got. So I've got to be here with the kids at such a time. I'm going to go to the gym at that time. And then I'll look at the pockets of time I have. And then from that, I think, oh, great, there's an hour there, or there's 2 hours there. And it just helps you clearly see that spare time that you've got. So plan your time weekly and be organised. And you're not on your own. We're growing too. So I want to get back up to £4,000 of retail a period by the end of the year. And that's including online. I'm getting to grips with online, and I need to improve on that. But I'm wanting to use online and catalogues. And by the end of the year, we're going to be bringing in 4 people in per period consistently. Okay? So I'm not sat here saying, you do this, you do that. I'm out there and I'm doing it as well. I'm getting wet. You're not a clean, easy distributor until you've been wet through to the skin. So I'm out there with you. I'm getting wet. It's cold at the moment. One day it's scorching. Next day it's freezing. I've got no idea what's going on. Okay? But we're all out and we're all building our businesses together. Okay? Any questions, guys? Wait a minute. Let me sort the screen out. Or should I say let Nick sort the screen out?